Robert Hedlund.
Thank you all. Thank you for coming out today. We have a number of dignitaries in addition to General Hurley, who I'll be introducing in a moment. But our Council President, Mike Melise, is going to have the honor of introducing the other dignitaries that are here with us. But as far as I'm concerned, you're all dignitaries today for being here to help us honor our war dead and those who made the ultimate sacrifice. As we gather on this Memorial Day to honor those who have given their lives for their country, it is only natural to think and wonder about the sacrifices that they made and what motivated them to believe their sacrifice was worth it. To act selflessly and to give your life for others is the essence of a heroic act. You're going to hear more about some of the heroic acts undertaken by our 5 Medal of Honor recipients today. What is a hero? Many wise men and women have tried to define the term. It has been said that being a hero isn't the absence of fear, but rather doing it in what must be done in spite of that fear. Similar to our first responders who rush in to an emergency when most are running away. Similar to our students that are with us today that have a little bit of trepidation about getting up in front of a large audience. Similar to our DPW workers who worked in the rain to make this happen. I think if we had a little sun in addition to that rain, that grass would be blooming by now, but we had a lot of work being done in some inclement weather to make this happen. And we've been blessed over the years with an incredible number of heroes. You heard the previous speaker talk about those who served in Vietnam, and it is the 50th anniversary of the end of the Vietnam War. I'm sure many of you remember where you were when it was announced that the war was over, when it sort of wasn't really over, but we had hoped it was over. I remember my mother, I was in the back seat of my mother's car, and she heard it on the news. She was driving through Hingham, and she just the church bells were ringing, and she just impromptu fashion pulled into, I'm not Catholic, but pulled into St. Paul's Church to say a prayer. I'll never forget that day. You're going to be hearing in a few minutes from those students that I mentioned. They're going to tell us a little bit about Weymouth's most prominent heroes, the Medal of Honor recipients that their schools are named for. In addition to the 5 Medal of Honor recipients who called Weymouth home, it is also the home of a father and son whose sacrifices had a huge impact on the history of the Vietnam War. It's hard to overstate the significance of having a memorial at Libby Field for Richard B. Fitzgibbons Jr. and Richard B. Fitzgibbons III. Richard Jr. was a former World War II Navy veteran serving in the Air Force as a military advisor when he became the first U.S. casualty in Vietnam in 1956 when the French